Hi there, Rob. Just help us understand why it is that those talks have collapsed.
Well, the two quotes we just had there from Jeremy Corbyn and Theresa May pretty much summed it up. The essential issues that stood between them were the idea of a customs union, which Labour was insisting on, and the idea that many in the Labour Party, but not all, that there should be a second referendum. Neither of those positions were ever acceptable to Theresa May's government. So the likelihood that a deal would be reached was from the very beginning quite unlikely. But they did push at it, and they sort of nibbled at the edges without actually getting to the core of the issue. And the customs issue for the Labour Party was absolutely core. They were not prepared to backpedal on that at all. They insisted that the customs union should be part of any deal on the withdrawal from the European Union, which would solve the position, for instance, of the Northern Ireland border, because there would be no tariffs between the UK and the European Union, but would create other problems, and it would, in the sense that it would disallow Britain from striking up separate trade deals with third countries, unacceptable for many in the Conservative Party. So they banged heads together on that and didn't make much progress. On the idea of a second referendum, for the Conservative Party, Theresa May, that was just a no-go area. She said that part of the problem for her was it was not clear what the negotiating position of the Labour Party was, because there was dispute within the Labour Party on that particular issue. Jeremy Corbyn, for his part, pointed to the continuing ructions within the Conservative Party about the future of Theresa May herself, with the likelihood being that she'll be out of that position within the next few months. So both sides saying, look, it's impossible to deal with the party facing us, and there are core issues which you just can't agree on anyway.
Yeah, okay, so Theresa May looking like she's in a very weak position, extremely vulnerable. Neither side, as you say, giving any ground whatsoever on those two key issues, leaving us with the question, where do we head to from here, Rob?
Well, I mean, it's pretty much back to square one, or where we were when the last withdrawal agreement bill was rejected by the House of Commons. Theresa May says she's going to go back to the House of Commons in the week beginning June the 3rd and try to put it again. I suspect it won't be exactly the same bill. She says that she's probably going to hold indicative votes in the week before that, which will give her some ideas about areas which she might change in the withdrawal agreement bill that she submitted the last time. It's also likely that she'll take some of the ideas, some of the areas, I mean, I spoke about nibbling around the edges. There were little areas where they did agree in the talks between Corbyn and Theresa May. She may try to incorporate some of those in that bill as well. Whatever the case, given what we've seen and what we've heard from MPs in Parliament, it seems extremely unlikely that bill is going to get through. And in the meantime, pressure is mounting on Theresa May to set her date for stepping down from the Tory party leadership, in which case sometime between the June the 3rd, when the vote on the next bill takes place, and October the 31st, when Brexit is meant to happen, there will be a vote for a new leader in the Conservative Party whose position may turn out to be much more hostile to the idea of Remain and much more pro-Brexit than Theresa May's position.
All right, well,